Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bella, and for today's video I thought you guys could actually help me out a little bit because I am way behind on my TBR for June, and it just so happens to basically be the end of June. So my goal for the next week, basically, I think June 30th is on a Tuesday and today's Wednesday, so we have a little less than a week, is to finish everything on my have to do TBR. So that includes Sunburn, Just for the Summer, and Tom Lake. So between the three of these books, I probably have about 800 pages left to read. I think I have about 400 between Just for the Summer and Sunburn, and I have about 350 to 400 in Tom Lake. I have started both Sunburn and Just for the Summer. I have not started Tom Lake. So my thought process is I will try to finish Sunburn and Just for the Summer in the next couple days, and then I will start and finish Tom Lake maybe hopefully Saturday. That's kind of my plan. But right now I am about to do a little cleaning and going to listen to my audiobook. Now I have downloaded the Sunburn audiobook, but Sunburn is a little bit more like a lit fic, which is fine. It's just can sometimes be a bit of a bummer. So I think I'm going to download Just for the Summer audiobook and listen to that while I clean for the next 30 minutes maybe. It's not crazy. Most of the mess is like all of the beach stuff from my beach trip, shoes, just like general clutter, you know, nothing insane. But I think I want to do a little tidy. I want to do a little vacuum. Then I'm going to prep some dinner. I might just have like leftovers slash a sandwich. I don't know. Anyway, my goal is, like I said, for you guys to hold me accountable to get through the books I need to get through. I love reading so much, truly, but sometimes I do get caught scrolling on my phone too much. And so this is going to hold me accountable. Hello. Trevor's cleaning the kitchen. This is gonna hold me accountable to read my books instead of scroll my phone, because I always feel so much better after I do that. You know, sometimes you just need a friend or a group of friends to hold you accountable. So let's lock in, tune in, and get you cleaning. Thank you. Good morning, guys. It is now Thursday morning, day 2 of really locking in to finish the TBR for June. And it is about 9:15 in the morning. I have my little coffee again in a cup that I made. No, I'm just kidding. It's so fun to like drink out of something that you made. It's like crazy to see it go from like a literal lump of nothing to a mug. Anyway, you can probably hear my like ambient music in the background. I have my little station here, my coffee, my water, my Kindle. I think I'm gonna pick up This Morning Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I got pretty far in this yesterday. Let's see where we left off. Okay, so it looks like I am now on chapter 23, based on what I listened to in my audiobook yesterday while we were cleaning together. So it's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's like 5 chapters, that's pretty good. I am now 49. Can you see that? 49% through. Looks like I am on page 202. I think I remember saying this book has like 400-ish pages or something like that. So we made some good progress. So 202, where did we start? On 163. So that's pretty good. That's like, you know, 40-ish pages. So yeah, I'm not mad about that. Having listened to about 40 pages last night. Gonna read some this morning, see how far we can get. Maybe my goal will be to read to 60% before taking a little break. I want to redo my nails today. They're not bad, but you can kind of see like the edges are lifting, and I want to get back to pottery today, which means the long nails we had for the beach have got to go. I think I'm just gonna cut them short and do red, something super simple. I have a friend coming over this afternoon to do her nails, so I need to get my setup out anyway. So I'm thinking I will maybe read until like 60-ish%, throw on my audiobook, do my nails. I might throw on the audiobook for Sunburn. I am really liking that book. It's just, like I said, I don't know why I tend to pick up literary fiction. I think because I do genuinely enjoy the stories, but I don't enjoy the tone a lot of the time. I tend to be very, I don't know if empathetic is the right word. I do think I'm an empathetic person, but like I almost just like absorb like the emotion of, or like the tone of the media that I'm consuming. So if I'm reading a sad book, like it really will drag me down. So on that note, maybe instead actually I should read Sunburn for the next little bit and then listen to the Just for Summer audiobook and try that out. Let's see, let me figure out where we're at in Sunburn. Okay, so in Sunburn, I am on chapter 10, page 128. And I believe there are about 270 pages in here. So I have about, what is that, like 140 pages left to go, give or take a few. So yeah, I think maybe I will read this for a little bit, and then once I get to, I'm at 47%, so same thing, maybe once I get to 60, jump over and listen to the Just for Summer audiobook, do my nails, then just kind of see what's left. I kind of want to vacuum, so I might end up doing that. We'll just see where we get up to for the day. Most of my plans today are actually in the later afternoon, evening, so my morning is pretty free. So I'm gonna try to do reading, and get as much of that done as possible. I might do a little editing. I need to look at my calendar for like kind of what I have, but I might end up kind of pushing editing to tomorrow, since tomorrow I don't really have any plans until like late in the day. So I'm pretty flex in the morning tomorrow as well. And honestly in the afternoon, my plans are like evening birthday plans. Shout out Brooke. We're surprising her for her birthday, and she has no idea, and she thinks we all just kind of forgot and don't care. And that's not true. We care very much. So anyway, that'll be fun if you're watching this. We're planning your birthday party right now. I love you. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, without more fucking talking and yapping, I'm just gonna dive in, get to reading. Hang out while we read. Yes. The quotes in this book are so beautiful. She says, "The sky is preparing to stretch. The seasons are about to change again. Yes, our shivering and love-haunted winter is truly over. Spring is pointing a pale and eager sun on us, and I doubt I'm ready for the light. Crazy. So sad. Okay, you guys, I am gonna stop here at chapter 14. So we got about 3 chapters in, page 177. I got to actually 65% because I reached, let's see, 128 to 177. So that's like 50 pages. That's pretty good. I was not gonna stop mid chapter. So we are at 65% now. So that's 15+% that we got, which is amazing. So now I am going to put my headphones on, set up my nail table, and keep listening to Just for the Summer, I believe. I do kind of want to check really quick how long from this point forward I have in the audiobook for Sunburn, because it might actually be a better idea to just finish it. So let me check that and I will let you guys know. Okay, yeah, I just checked how much is left in the audiobook at chapter 14, and it's only an hour and 40 minutes. So I actually think maybe I will do my nails and finish Sunburn, and then we can check a full book off our list today, which would be fantastic. And then actually, if I finish the 3 books this month that I want to finish, I will be ahead of my reading goal, because once I finish a 15th book, which I've already finished 14, so I just need to finish 1 more, I'll be perfectly halfway done, halfway through the year, which is amazing. So kind of a win-win-win. So I think, yeah, I'm going to listen to Sunburn, reading my nails really quick. By that time, it'll probably be close to like noonish, so maybe then I'll decide to do a little straightening up. I'm not sure. But yeah, I do have pottery this afternoon, so I might head into the studio after that, something like that. I have a little painting to do, and then I also think I want to throw on the wheel. So yeah, we'll just see what we get up to. But for now, time to update these nails. please ignore this. I did in fact wash it last night before going to bed and then did nothing with it, so she's looking a little crazy. But I just wanted to update you guys on our push to finish my TBR for June, before June is over. It is June 28th, so we still have a few days. I finished Sunburn. For some reason the cover's not showing up, but I finished Sunburn on Friday, and oh my gosh, fantastic. I don't even have enough words to describe how much I enjoyed this book. I sat here and read like all of the quotes I had highlighted to my friend Madison. Oh, here we go, the cover loaded. Sunburn, there you go. When she came over on Friday, and I would just highly recommend. I definitely can see the comparison between Normal People. First of all, obviously, because they both take place in Ireland in a small town, and then we kind of get to like grow up with our characters. Also the kind of like back and forth like love story of it all. Dude, my hair is kind of driving me crazy. The like back and forth love story of it all. And then also just the like beautiful writing. Like it's very like poetic kind of writing, but then also the emotional pain. So that's the only thing I'll say about that, but I do think it is so worth reading. The ending is kind of like one of those endings where you don't exactly know what happens with our characters, but you kind of know, you kind of infer. But anyway, so yeah, I checked one off of our list, so now we just need to finish Just for the Summer and start and finish Tom Lake. So let's see where I'm at for Just for the Summer. I think the last time I checked in, I was at like 40%. I'm now at 51%. I'm on chapter 24. I also am really enjoying this. I have not a lot going on today, so I'm hoping maybe I'll get some good reading done. I think, let's see, how long does it say I have left? I'm on page 208. It says I have about 3 hours, 18 minutes left in the book, so I'm thinking maybe I'll read a little bit today and probably finish it up tomorrow. I don't know, maybe we'll get a little bit further. I'm not entirely sure. But right now I'm just drinking my coffee. I've been telling my friends that spooky season for me is starting to creep in. It is, yes, the middle of summer, but I'm a fall girl at heart, and it's creeping in. I'm not gonna let it fully come and take over, but I'm just thinking about her, you know? I'm just thinking about colder days, longer nights, you know, all those things. So anyway, I'm watching a little Gilmore Girls. I think I'm about to cook some breakfast or like some brunch. It's like 11. And yeah, I think today I will do a little reading, try to catch up. I'm hoping maybe I can finish Just for the Summer today. Maybe I'll try to read like 2 hours and then like an hour before bed or something like that. Because I would love to divide Tom Lake in 3 parts and read Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think that'll have me finish. Might only be Monday, Tuesday, actually, now that I think about it. So yeah, I probably do need to finish this today and then try to finish Tom Lake Monday, Tuesday. I don't know how many pages are in Tom Lake, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, we are just doing a push. We're doing our absolute best to finish our 3 books for June. I don't know how June got so like taken away from me, but it did. So we're working on it, we're getting through them, and we are doing great. So thank you guys for holding me accountable. Hello you guys, you are catching me about 12 hours later with even crazier hair, but I just wanted to check in because I have put about an hour's worth of reading on Just for the Summer. I think I was on chapter 24 when I left you. I now am on chapter 25 and a little bit of change. I was listening to the audiobook while I cooked dinner, and it says I have about 2 hours left in the book. I'm hoping it's a little less than that because it's 9:56 p.m. and I would like to go to bed at a reasonable time, but I would also love to finish this today. So I'm not even gonna keep yapping. I'm just gonna get right to it. I'm gonna be immersive reading and read and listen and hopefully be able to get through it a little bit faster, because the audiobook also says I have 2 hours, and normally I read physically faster than I listen, so I'm hoping maybe we'll meet somewhere in the middle, hour and a half, something like that. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna dive in. Hello, you guys. It is now Monday. Yesterday, last time we talked, I was reading Just for the Summer. It was Sunday. I did, in fact, finish Just for the Summer. Yay! Amazing. So we finished 2 now of the books we wanted to get off our June TBR. So we're trucking along. Now, it is June 29th, so we have today and tomorrow, and I am going to start Tom Lake by Ann Patchett. This is our Bella's Book Club Babes book for the month. I'm cutting this one short, but in my defense, we did start this a little bit late, so I probably could have given us like 1 more week, but I'm currently kind of trying to keep it like a month-to-month situation. Let me know what you guys think about that. Anybody in the book club, if you guys like a month-to-month, or if you would prefer to just kind of read at our discretion when we start and finish books. Whatever, I don't care. So anyway, I am getting ready to do some cleaning and some cooking, and so I'm gonna be listening to a little bit of this audiobook, and then I actually will probably read it physically, do a bit of a immersive reading tonight. My goal is, let's see, this has 309 pages, so my goal is to read, what would that be, like 155 pages, which that's kind of perfect because page 157 ends on chapter 12, so that would kind of put me perfectly halfway through. So yeah, I am going to listen and then I'll check back in with you guys. But so far, you holding me accountable to get my reading done has been very successful because we are already more than halfway done. We are on book 3 of 3. So if we can finish this between today and tomorrow, you guys, that's a big freaking win. So I'm very excited about that. I'm hoping to film my June wrap up this week, and so I'm hoping to have more than 2 books on there, so we'll see how far into this we can get. This book sounds really, really good. I'm really excited, and yeah, without further ado, let's get to cleaning, get to listening. All right, you guys, it is now Tuesday night. Please ignore how loud the fan is in the background. We've been having some AC issues here in the Florida heat, so we've got fans going. Anyway, I have been reading Tom Lake, and I am about here, about this much left, about 100 pages. I am loving this book. It's so mundane in the best way. I think if you were looking for like a really thrilling story or like a, you know, really deep, like lit fic vibe, you would be disappointed. Or even like a really like epic love story, I think you'd be disappointed. But this is one of those like love is in the tiny moments type love story, and we basically are going back and forth between the mom, who in the audiobook is narrated by Meryl Streep, which is unmatched. It's so good. And the mom is telling her girls, her 3 girls, the story of one summer where she fell in love with this movie star. She was kind of like an actress. But it's very, very down to earth. Like, she kind of was almost like accidentally stumbled into the world of acting, and kind of was always a bit of a small town type actress, like never made it big. But the guy that she fell in love with did end up making it big, like Oscar kind of level big. And, anyway, yeah, so she's just going through telling, it almost feels like telling us the story because she's including details that I don't think she's telling her daughters. And then she also is like telling her daughters the story. So anyway, I'm about to put the audiobook and do a little immersive read at like a 2x speed and just see if I can finish the last 100 pages tonight. That's my goal. And if we do, then we have done it and we have finished all 3 of our books that we wanted to finish for June. If we don't, then we might carry into day 1 of July, but I'm definitely finishing this no later than tomorrow. So anyway, yeah, I am gonna dive in and I will catch up with you guys later. All right, you guys, we did it. I will say, I will confess, I will be honest, I did have to finish about the last 50 pages on July 1st. Today is July 2nd. I finished this last night. I really tried to push to finish it on June 30th, but it was like 12:30 at night and I still had like 30 minutes left, like the last 50 pages. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'll finish out the last few pages tomorrow, meaning yesterday now. But I'm still gonna count it. I'm gonna throw it in with my June books because I read it in June, you know what I mean? Just finished the last little bit in July. And I am gonna be recording a June wrap up July TBR this week. So I figured perfect time to wrap up and kind of express my feelings on this. And yeah, I think this video was so successful. You guys motivated me to finish 3 books in less than a week. Crazy. Now, given I had started them, everyone except for this one, but I really did enjoy having the motivation, the accountability, all of those things. It really helped. My thoughts on Tom Lake was that I think this book was fantastic. I gave this a 4.5 star. I listened to the audiobook for the majority of this, which is narrated by Meryl Streep, which Meryl Streep should be a professional audiobook narrator. She was fantastic. I think that her being chosen specifically for this was really great. This follows a family in the midst of the pandemic. They've all kind of come home to their family's orchard and they're having to work the orchard because they can't have workers out there. And they just are sitting around every day while they're working, and the mom is telling them stories of the one summer that she spent at Tom Lake. There are some themes of grief, and just, I would look up trigger warnings, nothing too dark at all, but I think this is technically literary fiction, so there are some slightly darker themes that happen, but I wouldn't call it dark, if that makes sense. I would just look it up just for your own personal trigger warnings. But overall, I think this book was fantastic. I think my biggest complaint is how much I disliked Duke, which is the man that the mom is telling her daughters about that she used to be in love with back in the day. I think the ending with him, I didn't love. I felt a little sketched about. I think if they don't feel sketched about it, I'm like, okay, I guess none of my business, but it's one of those dynamics where you're like, I mean, couldn't it be me? But okay, I don't know. I just think her long-term connection to this man that she basically spent one summer with is a little weird to me. In terms of like, she should have let him go, you know, like he wasn't all that. But aside from that, and I can honestly look past it, this book was so great and I really loved it and I would definitely highly recommend. I think this kind of falls, I was a little uncertain about this because I picked it up in New York, like kind of just like looking through the bookstore, and I was like super drawn to the cover because it's, hello, beautiful. But I was a little uncertain about it when I did see it on Goodreads because the reviews are not fantastic. They're not bad, but they're not like 5-star reviews. But I think that's because, like I said, this does kind of fall in literary fiction, and literary fiction, if you're not like obsessed with the characters, I feel like the story tends to feel kind of boring. And I can definitely see if you did not fall in love with these characters, how it could feel potentially boring to you. But I fell in love with them very quickly, like almost instantly. I think the mom was fantastic. I loved the dad. I loved the daughters and the girls. I think this is kind of the feeling I wanted to get whenever I was reading Blue Sisters, and Blue Sisters was just a lot darker. But yeah, overall, I highly recommend, and I so appreciate you guys keep me accountable this week to read and finish my books and finish my TBR, because sometimes I can get a little distracted, how should we say. So, oh, phone call. Anyway, I am going to end this video here because now it is officially July, so we are on to our July reads, and I will be updating you guys on those very soon. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you much for coming along. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, all of those good things, and I will catch you back here next week with a new video.